Hi there. The Met Office have issued a rare red warning for parts of eastern Scotland for Thursday and into Friday because of Storm Babet and the exceptional rainfall we're expecting to come out of this system. Now, it's this area covered by the red warning, parts of Aberdeenshire and Angus, east-facing hills in particular, soaking up an awful lot of rainfall during Thursday and into Friday, 100 to 150 millimetres widely, and in some places 200 to 250 millimetres. Not only is that unusual, it's fairly exceptional. Now, we typically see less than that in the whole month of October in this area, and this is just in a couple of days. So, of course, we are warning about the risk of significant flooding, a danger to life, significant transport disruption. If you're in this area or if you work in this area, please do check conditions before you travel and make any preparations you need to make right now to keep yourselves and others safe from that risk of flooding. It's been dry through Wednesday for eastern Scotland, but that's not going to last. The rain that we've seen across southern parts of the UK is moving north as Storm Babet, circulating around southern parts of the UK, moves north, and it's going to be a blustery night. It's going to be a wet night in places, particularly Northern Ireland, into parts of Wales and Northern England. Showery rain returning to the south of the UK, staying dry to the north of the central belt for the time being, increasingly windy, however, and because of the wind and the cloud, of course, it's going to be a relatively mild night, 12 to 14 Celsius, fairly widely, a little lower further north. But it gets off to a very unsettled start on Thursday with Storm Babet moving north, and we're going to see, as that pushes up against a blocking area of high pressure over Scandinavia, tightening isobars, and you can see how those isobars are tightly packed across Scotland, northeast England. And this strong and in places gale force southeasterly wind will drive an awful lot of moisture in to the northeast of the UK, and that's why, with this unusual wind direction and the atmosphere loaded with moisture, we're likely to see such exceptional rainfall totals building up during Thursday and into Friday, and at times through the weekend as well, across the northeast of the UK. So we start off Thursday with outbreaks of rain marching north, and really it's by around rush hour across eastern Scotland that rain really sets in, and you can see those brighter colours just hanging around through the day across Caithness, yes, but also Aberdeenshire, Angus as well, and it's just going to be increasingly wet in these areas, generally to the north of the central belt. There will be outbreaks of rain further south as well, more of a showery nature, certainly sunshine and scattered showers across much of England and Wales, some heavy downpours in places, but interspersed by sunny spells, drying up and brightening up for Northern Ireland through the day. But it gets off to a wet start here. And it's going to be a relatively mild day in the south. Babet is bringing some of this warmth up from the south and some humidity as well, so 18 Celsius, but it's going to feel cold as that wind strengthens across Scotland. There is an amber warning for wind in Scotland, 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts in some of the more exposed parts of northwest Scotland, 70 mile per hour wind gusts driving into the east coast of Wales, and that's going to exacerbate the impacts from the rain, of course, because it's going to push debris into drains and block culverts and so on, and so increasing that risk of flooding. The wind and the rain combined causing significant impacts through the night and into the start of Friday. Friday then starts off with wet and windy weather across much of Scotland, the far north of England as well. Some showers for Northern Ireland. Drier further south for a time, having seen those showers ease, but another spell of wet weather pushes up into the southeast of England. A little bit of uncertainty at the moment about the extent and the westward push of this rainfall, but could be some very wet weather developing across southeast England in particular on Friday. Perhaps 50 or more millimetres of rainfall and an increasing wind across eastern parts of the UK with the risk of 60 mile per hour wind gusts in parts of eastern England into eastern Scotland as well. The rain continues across eastern Scotland, but it eventually eases. Still an amber warning in force there. And certainly a very unsettled end to the week across many parts, although it will be brighter for Western Scotland, Northern Ireland, with some showers here. But the main cause for concern, that red warning area, Eastern Scotland, risk of very significant flooding over the next few days. Stay up to date with forecasts and warnings right here.